Hi everyone, my name is Raul and I'm going to present you a power amplifier called BANG. It comes from Burson Audio from Melbourne, Australia. It's called BANG, most likely because it does a great bang for its small size. Actually, it has enough power to drive 4 ohms and of course 8 ohms speakers as well, up to 40. Actually, I measured about 45 watts per channel on 4 ohms speakers. Bang is the smallest dual mono class AB power amp in the world. Most likely Burson is right with this one. I've never seen an amplifier so small. Being class AB, most of them this size are usually class D, and most likely the only one in the world able to fit perfectly inside a computer. Basically, it has a couple of holes here, and it has exactly the same size as a DVD or CD unit. So all you need to do is to plug it, and there is a Molex connector here. You will only use the plus 12 volts. The other ones, minus 12 and plus 5, are not going to get used, are actually not connected on the motherboard. There's a power button, gold-plated RCA plugs, and of course banana plugs, actually speaker connectors where you can fit in banana plugs. You see there is gold plated inside. You can also use spade connectors, or simply stick wires from the speakers directly, then switch these. Okay, now we got the connection. My personal recommendation for powering this is to use the original power supply from Burson. I mean, it comes with a quite big power brick, having 120 watts. Yeah, 12 volts, 10 amps. It's extremely low noise. I measured the ripple and it's way below 1 millivolt, so quite low noise. If you have a power supply in your PC and you're totally sure that it's low noise, then you can use it. But if it's not low noise, it might pick some interferences or some mains hum, but you can give it a shot. I'm gonna power it on now. Okay, there is extremely small light here. There are 4 small rubber feet underneath, so quite simple and neat design. There is no power volume. That means it's indeed a power amplifier without a preamplifier inside. That means you're gonna need an audio source with a volume knob, a rotary knob, to adjust the volume. I've used it with Burson Play, but you can use any DAC or digital or analog source that has a volume knob to adjust the power. This is how it works. That's Play from the same manufacturer, Burson Audio. It has a rotary knob. Let's see if the power adapter works. Maybe it will. Yeah, it works. It's the power adapter from Bang. It works on other Burson Audio devices as well. You have a pre-out, that's preamplifier out. So the signal coming from the DAC inside can get connected via RCA cables to the bang, and the final volume will get adjusted by the rotary knob. Let's read a little bit more on what Burson says. So they are quite right about one of the smallest power amplifier from the world, and probably the only one able to fit inside a computer case. If you want to use bang inside your PC, you need to create positive air pressure. Do not try to fit bang inside the small mini tower case like I have on my left. You can see it because of this foam. It's gonna overheat. It's gonna get somewhere around 60, maybe more, maybe 50 degrees Celsius on the bottom. Even if I try to do positive air pressure inside, that's simply too small. You need at least a middle tower, if not a full tower PC case, because you really need air ventilation. And after 30, 45 or 60 minutes of playing loud music, open it up immediately and place your fingers under bang, because this is under this plate is where the power chips are located. I got this power amplifier July or August, I don't remember exactly, 2018. It was provided by Alex. Thanks, Alex, from Burson Audio. As you can see, it's quite easy to open it up. Let me show you something. So this is the power chip for one channel, and this is the power chip for the other channel. We're speaking about LM3886TF chips, the well-known power chips mostly used in gain clone do-it-yourself kits. Power supply gets injected from here. You see there is a small fuse. That's 5 amps slow blow fuse, and it gets into the power knob here, and then so I get the 12 volts. Then it gets rerouted from the backside of the PCB on these 1, 2, 3, 4. What are these? From XL Semi, these are boost converters, power regulators. These are actually one for each rail, so we have a negative and a positive rail for each chip, so a total of 4 power rails. I was able to measure 24.5, so almost 25 volts per each of these 4 power regulators. So that would be about 49 actually, 49, almost 50 volts per each power chip. That's sort of dual power supply, because we have 2 different regulators for each chip, so that will actually increase the dynamic and the separation between channels as well. We see several ELNA capacitors and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inductors. These are there to lower the ripple after boost conversion. I also see 1, 2, 3, 4 big diodes. These are used as reverse protection current, and 4 more smaller inductors. again to lower the noise and the ripple as well. I also see two linear regulators from ST. There's a 7812 and 7912, positive and negative regulators. These two linear regulators are used just to power on the op-amp from the input stage, op-amp that actually acts as a gain stage as well. We have a couple of gain switches here, and we have low gain, that's 0.75x, and the high gain is 1.5x. So basically we can adjust the maximum amount of power from the speakers based on one op-amp and two gain switches, one for each channel. I personally recommend the lowest gain. And of course you can anytime swap the op-amp with another one. Let me see how, and trust me, it's so easy. What do we got here? Yeah, we got an S6 Vivite Dual. That means increased soundstage, clearer vocals, more micro details, and actually, like the name says, all the sound gets more vivid, especially the energy from the top of voice, and the cymbals are totally different. For general use, for most of you, just use the default 5532 op-amp. It should do perfectly. It's perfectly flat, it's neutral. I'm gonna zoom out. Back in business. So as you can see, the design is pretty neat, clean. The board is perfectly done. No cold joints. I mean, that's... I cannot find any negative stuffs. Not inside, not outside. Everything's simple, clean, perfect sounding, free of distortions. Okay, I'm gonna put back the case, or should I call it the big heatsink. As you can see, it's quite easy to dismantle it and place it back. It only takes 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds. That's about all for my review for Bang. 40 watts, Class AB, stereo power amplifier. That should work with about any audio source you got, with volume knob. Remember that, volume knob, and unbalanced outputs. Have a good one. Bye bye.